You are a B2B service-based business owner and you are looking to gain more clients, create more impact and more revenue in your business. Tune in to Amplify Your Marketing Message with Christine Campbell-Rappin. Every week, we're going to take you through how to build an audience of buyers, mastering your marketing message, and making offers that convert consistently. We'll see you all on the inside. Welcome back, everybody. You have heard this expression, you are the sum of the people you play with, and who in your inner circle matters a lot in whether you dream big and achieve it, or whether you struggle with the limits. And that's why I'm super excited to introduce to you today and bring a guest on who's going to talk about how to create your power tribe and why power tribes are the key to accelerating your success. Please give a very warm welcome to our guest today. This is Miss Linda Fink. She is a rock star and runs an incredible organization for women leaders. Linda, welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you here.
Oh, Christine, it is such a pleasure. I tell you, you have such a powerful platform. It is honestly just such an honor to be with you and to be able to hopefully give some tips and tricks to your audience that really help them grow their marketing prowess and reach those ideal clients they'd like to be working with.
Guys, it's time to go. We're going to zoom our engines. So I want to start with the first off to just set the scene. Tell us, what is a power tribe and how do you see them, leverage them, and get them really running with you?
Yeah, I would say that a power tribe is really a conscious and purposeful choice, choosing a leadership community that supports your unique purpose and that is uniquely focused on the growth and profitability of your organization. So in this power tribe, you benefit from the hard-won lessons and the experiences of other leaders, but they also have a deeply invested interest in your success. So members have access to best practices on key issues. They can receive honest advice and feedback from peers who have no conflict of interest, and they can collaborate with other leaders in their power tribe to work on the business, not just in the business. And as Aristotle famously said, excellence is not an act, but a habit. So we want to get in the habit of consciously choosing the people that we surround ourselves with and to choose those people who can teach us, who can impact our profitability, who can expand our business, who can connect us to those ideal clients we want to work with, and can share with us their lived experience and expertise so that we don't fall into some of the same pitfalls and obstacles and roadblocks that maybe they experienced.
There was two really powerful words that I caught in my ears that were just zingers. The one is choice. You get to choose the people you play with. And I sometimes think we easily gift that power or fail to embrace it and think it's just happenstance. There is a lot to be said for the right moment and the right time, but your choice to invite, exchange, and the other word I heard was share. And that's an equal give and take. And I think that those two things together are so powerful. It sounds amazing. But how come we don't all have that? If we think, well, I show up and network, what's going on? I don't think I have that same experience. What's really going on?
Yes. And I will tell you that, as you said, Christine, we all know that social networks and leadership communities are critical to professional advancement, to grow your business, to get connected to the right kinds of clients, to be able to leverage the power of community. But research from the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University now tells us that men and women need very different kinds of networks to succeed. And that's why sometimes we think, why isn't this really working for me? I feel like I'm networking a lot. I feel like I'm meeting a lot of people, but I'm not sure I'm getting the return on investment for my time or my money or my effort. And I will tell you that women in executive leadership often face cultural and political hurdles that men typically don't. So they benefit from an inner circle of close female contacts who will share with them private, confidential information, private and maybe less known opportunities and advancements. So, with that, because women face a greater challenge in networking to find professional opportunities and career advancements, they, more than men, need to maintain both a wide network, but also, and importantly, an informative inner circle to land the best positions, secure the most advantageous opportunities, and to get access to those uniquely insider information kinds of advantages. Now, the good news is that by taking a smart approach, women can continue to find meaningful advancement options, and they can begin to not only extend their global network, but they can quickly identify the right people who will help them amplify their message and get connected to the people who will have the biggest impact on their professional life. So identifying and connecting with people who are connected to multiple networks is certainly a key strategy. Build a large network by connecting to people who are a part of multiple networks. But don't forget, as a woman, you need a close inner circle of women that support you, that champion you, that advise you, that encourage you. And as you said, being part of a leadership community has significant and proven benefits, but you have to be committed to improvement. You have to be willing to make a time commitment, and you have to have a sense of humility. You have to recognize that you may not have all the answers and be open and willing to listen to others.
I think it's so interesting because I have always said, I grew up in my career, my corporate career, very much the only woman at the table. And when I found myself in senior roles, it was both exciting and ostracizing. Because
Yes.
while you could be 10 times more capable, you still hit some really obtuse statements, friction that lots of other would not encounter. And truthfully, the thing I noted most was I was often scuppered by another woman in a power struggle. And I said, the men came at you clear, the women did not. And I said, I don't want to play that way.
Yeah.
So when I looked at the world that shifted as I built my business and I had this beautiful opportunity now to sit shotgun on other people's dreams, I said, I want you to have a clear understanding. I have your number one best interest at heart, and I'm advocating for the other side of your coin, which is the experience of you, not just how you show up, but the experience of you, because you need somebody who's going to help you, who loves you, see your blind spots with great empathy, but real clarity. Because I said, I don't want you struggling in the wilderness.
Yeah.
I want you to know what you've got yourself in for and choose how you want to best show up. I love that this is changing because we do need amazing women leaders, and we need women to support other women, and not just at the younger junior levels. I think we do a great job at that, but I mean at the senior table,
Yes.
or make your own.
Absolutely.
I,
And Christine, that was so well said. I mean, you are so eloquent, first off, but there is a lot of facts and data and a lot of research that does indicate that being a membership of a leadership community and building your own power tribe has significant advantages. It's about finding the right tribe. It's about finding people who are going to support your unique definition of success. And according to a recent study by Stein and Partners, members of leadership communities creating your own power tribe experience average revenue growth of 5% over the prior year. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but compare that to the industry average of 1.6%. That's more than 200 times faster growth. And executives who set aside time to actually attend leadership learning events and leadership networking exchanges experience dramatically superior operating results too. In fact, members of these organizations enjoyed operating margins of 22.6% in the prior year. But again, consider that in comparison to the overall average of only 10.2%. That's more than twice the profitability. But something you said is so important. It's about finding the right group of leaders who are going to support you. And I will tell you that, in my mind, you should always have someone in your own power tribe who is a co-striver, someone who is working to achieve something very similar to you. This person can be a professional or a personal connection. Perhaps you and your co-striver are both seeking promotions within your organization. Your co-striver is someone who can relate to you based on a shared goal, and there's support and encouragement for you both as you work towards that goal. That's not about competition. That is not about undercutting someone who's walking along beside you. This is about the power of partnership as you both strive to that next level of success. And the other person that I think everyone should have in their power tribe is the super connector, which is something that I'm often described as. But this is someone who knows everyone and everyone knows them. But more importantly, they can introduce you to the right people. Having a super connector in your network is absolutely crucial for future success, because this is a person that connects you with people and influential groups that you may not typically have access to. This is about expanding the connectivity and the dynamism of your network. And super connectors actually enjoy connecting people in their network. So you can't be afraid to actually ask them for that desired introduction, for that opportunity to connect. So in my mind, those are just two of the people that you should be looking for in your power tribe, but there are several others as well.
This is an interesting construct, because if you're thinking I need to go wide with my network and narrow with an inner circle, someone I know for sure in our audience is sitting there going, but I just don't have that access. And I want you to know, and it was something I knew right away when I started my first business back in 2018. You might not have support in your home camp. You might not have support in your corporate structure if you're leaving it. You might not have support where you expect it should just be rock solid. There is absolutely a tribe out there for you. And I tell my clients this all the time, and I have had very clear moments at every step in my journey where I said, if I didn't see it, it was because I was meant to build it. And that meant finding people and being that person. And I love that you say, it's not just that you want this, but you must commit to the time, to the resources, to the sharing. So please, 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 no hit and run networking in a women's circle. But
I
don't be
love
unprepared to say, I have an ask. Have an ask, please. We'll happily help you. I love that.
Exactly. I love that. That's so funny. No hit and runs in women's networks. That is a quote I'm going to take with me from here on out.
That's
But as you said, you absolutely also need someone who's going to champion you, your cheerleader, someone who believes in you. And listen, we all need champions in our inner circle. And so as you are building your own power tribe, you need to find someone who's always cheering you on, who regularly sings your praises, who defends you, even when you're not in the room. And you need someone you can call on when you need that burst of energy and inspiration too. So your re-energizer. And I think of a re-energizer as a person who should be on your speed dial. This is someone you naturally want to call when you're feeling down, because they lift you up. They remind you who you are. They remind you of your mission here on earth. And that is so powerful. Someone who can see you, hear you, but remind you of who you really are. And I got to tell you that once you've found these people, once you've identified your power tribe, it's important to activate that success circle. It's important to actually, as you said, be intentional about investing in these relationships. You have to proactively pencil them in. You have to share your goals with them. You have to make it a symbiotic relationship. You have to ask for what you want, but also be willing what you have to give. You have to be willing to give to the relationship as well.
I love that this is both dynamic. I know that's a word that you had used to describe it. And what is also equally important is, I will tell you, it's not a room that you take for granted comfort. Because when you are playing in a partnership space where you're saying, I will show you everything that's going on, not just the swan on the surface, but the paddling hard underneath, you have to be in this space where you expect growth. And I will just remind you, growth is not comfortable. And yet it is which is so freedom orientated to say, I'm going to be in a space that both challenges me and is safe for me. And that's important because a lot of people, say, I'm going to take the easy path of the network, which is just the traditional hit and run mentality, smaller minds, smaller goals. And I will tell you, we're talking about elite thinkers here. It's
Yeah.
a fun room, but do not let yourself stand on the sideline saying, I'm intimidated by these people, because you have no idea what's really going on beyond the swan surface you see. All of us are a work in progress. All of us have wobbles. All of us need to be reminded that goal could be bigger. And by the way, you've totally got this.
Ah, Christine, I love that. Wow, you just summarized it so beautifully. And there are a couple of things that you said there that I so resonate with. One, that it's got to be a safe environment where you can be vulnerable, you can be transparent, you can say, listen, I'm paddling harder than I've ever had. I may look just fine on the surface, but let me just tell you, I have stubbed my toes on several rocks lately, and I am paddling as hard as I can go. So being in that kind of safe environment is really, really important, but it's also time to push the barriers. It's time to get comfortable being visible, because networking also involves being seen. So if you're ready to establish your expertise, you have to be able to be on camera, speak up, develop content, and really engage. You use your leadership community to leverage your thought leadership by sharing career-related articles, posting current information, resource-rich content, asking questions, participating in chat sessions, answering other people's questions, interacting consistently in groups, especially your own power tribe, showcases your expertise, but it also connects you with other people. If you own your own business and you show up and you participate in these groups, you're going to be branding yourself as a thought leader, as a resource, and others will be drawn to that. They'll say, wow, Christine always has such incredible strategic thinking around issues and problems connected to communication and positioning and branding. I'm going to ask her what she thinks. Be sure to join hosted roundtables, learning events, live sessions, recordings. Pay attention to who is offering their thought leadership, who is leading these discussions. Create connections with them, and then stand up and step out. Be sure that you're sharing as vibrantly as those people in the community that you respect.
And this is the perfect segment because I had such a powerful conversation in one of my monthly Ask Anything calls. And that's something that my current clients come to and people that come in through various programs. They said, this isn't, a private session. This is what's got you stalled. And it's, let's get you unstalled before you obsess about it all weekend kind of afternoons. And many women will relate to this. I have this individual who I just admire. I've known her for years. And she's like, who am I to dream so big? And I thought, oh, how many times have I said that to myself?
Wow,
A
yeah.
lot. And I said, let me just remind you, you're Barb. That's enough. Stop fighting this. You are simply here because you have your own unique gifts, talents, expertise, and you are well worthy of this. You were born. That makes you worthy by definition. And at the same time, I'll say, all that matters from here forward is you decide it's worth it. It's a different interpretation of the word worth. Don't ask yourself, should I do this? It's saying, what I will do creates worth. And it's worth for other people because the moment you can choose to step in to be visible, step in to say, I'm going to be a work in progress. And yes, the first one might suck, but you know what? You're saying, I will embrace the suck and get better because I have the tenacity to say it's worth it. And there are ripples I'm casting and being impacted by. And that is what life is vibrant and worth about. So guys, if you are sitting here going, how do I find these people? Where do I get involved? Because truthfully, this is the experience I want to be having in the world of business and in the world of ownership. How do people come, first of all, find you? And then I want to ask you a question after. But where do people find this? Because I think everyone's going to go, wow, I need this. And you do. Tell us a little
Yeah, I would say, I have seen nonprofits get fully funded. I've seen businesses double and triple in size. I've seen joint ventures created, partnerships formed through community. And I have seen this firsthand as the chairwoman of Leadership Global. And if you want to skyrocket your growth and scale, I got to tell you, this is the kind of community that will deeply invest in your success. And that is criteria number one. Find a leadership group, find your own power tribe that will deeply invest in your success. To find me, I'm active in just about every single major social media platform, but the best way to reach me is through email. And that's Linda at leadhershipglobal.com. So really easy, leadhershipglobal.com. And you can also go to our website and drop me a note there. So the website is simply leadhershipglobal.com. So that's the easiest way to get in touch. And I will tell you that I am on the phone exchanging emails or in live chats like this from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. happily meeting with women who are dynamic and energizing and inspirational. So it's my pleasure to speak to anyone who wants to learn more.
So guys, this is your invitation. It has been cordially extended. Please accept it, receive it, and take the action, because I will tell you, there are communities like Leadership Global that are really there waiting to receive you. And so I want to ask you, it's our final question. I always ask everybody because I'm fascinated by their truth. What's working for you right now to amplify your message, to find impact, to create the next connection? What's the strategy or tactic right now you're saying, this is where the magic sizzles for me personally?
Yeah, I would say, platforms like yours, Christine, are incredibly powerful because you have curated such a very purpose-driven platform with a very clear intention and purpose. And so being a part of those kinds of conversations are really, really powerful. I was just on a TV show yesterday and a podcast the day before that and another streaming television filming episode over the weekend. And I choose these opportunities based on the audience that platform attracts. I'm looking for incredibly ambitious, directed professionals who are looking to grow and scale their business, who are looking to learn and grow professionally and personally. And I will tell you that the second thing that is really important is not only connecting to those kinds of extraordinary audiences, but also getting access to a group of unbiased, objective, and successful leaders that are willing to partner with you to work to solve any kind of challenge you face. I can tell you that is priceless. So sure, you could spend weeks scouring the internet or flipping through manuals or binging on podcasts. But if you have a group of people in a safe environment where you can be transparent and honest and vulnerable and say, this is what I'm struggling with, then I will tell you that to me is absolutely priceless. And so having that power tribe at my fingertips, a community that cares about me, about the goals that I'm pursuing, that is absolutely priceless.
I so love that. It reinforces that tribe is out there and you don't have to create it. And I will also share with you, if you don't see it, but you feel there's a gap, step in and invite a community to be part of what you see. Because there is where the magic lies. It's where the fun happens. It's where impact makes big differences. And truthfully, it's the world that we want to build. So come be a builder. Thank you, Linda, for being our guest today. It is all about creating your power tribe. Come connect to Linda, come collect the Leadership Global community, and be sure that you stick around here in this community because we're going to help you amplify your marketing message, make the impact, because I said to you right when we started this journey, watching people give up on their dreams is unacceptable. Let's help you get there. And we are just two of the power women who will help you do that. Linda, thank you for being our guest. Guys, we will see you on our next episode. Until then, go make an impact. We'll see you soon. That's a wrap on another amazing episode of Amplify Your Marketing Message with me, your host, Christine Campbell-Rappin. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you don't miss another great episode. And be sure to visit christinecampbellrappin.com/podcast to get a free resource on how to master your marketing message. We'll see you all on our next episode.